tell me that you love me, even if it's fake, cause I don't fucking care.
Hey, what is up you guys, this is Nacho here and welcome back to another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the newly added raw solar powered, the new nuke variant in Infinite Warfare, and quite possibly one of the better ones now. So let's just get right into it. So in yesterday's video, I basically made a video right when this weapon had come out. It's only available through the week 2 summer supply drops as far as I know. I'm not sure if you can still unlock them through commons or rare supply drops. As far as I know, you can only get it through the summer week 2 hack. Now, a lot of you guys in yesterday's video were asking me what would I personally run on the raw if I were trying to go for a nuke, or what's my personal favorite class setup. So just getting right into it, starting off for my attachments, I'm using the ELO, I'm using quick draw, I'm using foregrip and silencer. Now, why am I using all of the attachments on the raw? First and foremost, the ELO sight. ELO sight I have found to be super nice on the raw, especially because the raw has some of the ugliest iron sights in the game. I'm not gonna lie, I tried to play one game with the iron sights with the raw and it didn't go too well, to say the least. So you definitely need some type of reticle or some type of sight. I personally like the ELO sight a lot better than the reflex sight or the normal red dot sight, simply because the ELO gives you more visibility. It doesn't have that like whole cradle around the dot that blocks out part of your screen. That's why I use the ELO. Now, I use quick draw on the raw because we all know this is a light machine gun. Light machine guns tend to be a little bit slower than assault rifles in the way they play. Yet you guys saw in yesterday's video or heard that I feel like the raw plays like an assault rifle with like just 70 bullets in the magazine, which is really nice. Well, even though it's because it's an LMG, you're gonna have slower movement speed, you can have slower aim down speed. So using quick draw kind of counteracts that and makes it feel more like a normal assault rifle, which is how I recommend you play with this weapon. Don't think you're using like the Mauler, don't think you're using, you know, like a sniper, you need to be like far away and try to get long range picks. This is honestly like an assault rifle. I play with this like as if I'm holding like a K-bar in my hand or something. This gun is super deadly, really underrated. I never see a lot of people use it in lobbies, yet it's like a 2-3 shot kill. This gun melts, guys, trust me. Now, the next attachment I'm using is foregrip. The reason I'm using foregrip is because for those long range engagements, although I don't like to get into them too often, the raw is going to be nice for that. Using the foregrip just helps you lock onto your target or keep on aim with where they're moving to. You know, the way the gun bounces, I found myself sometimes without the foregrip, I would be missing those long range engagements, or somebody would run away when they need like 1 or 2 more bullets to kill, and that's just kind of annoying. Using the foregrip really helps alleviate, you know, the way the raw bounces. And the last attachment I'm using is a silencer. The reason I'm using the silencer is because, one, if you're using this weapon, it's most likely because you're trying to drop a deatomizer, because there are other raw variants that I would say are a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie, but if you're trying to get a deatomizer, this is definitely a good one. Now, silencer just helps you stay off the radar, which is always good. You always want to play the flanks. Now, getting into my perks, I'm using Ghost, I'm using Dead Silence, and the middle perks are where it's a toss-up. Now, the reason you want Ghost and Dead Silence is because Ghost is going to keep you off the minimap. It's going to work hand in hand with your silencer, which, like I said, if you're using this gun, it's probably because you're trying to drop a deatomizer. So Ghost is going to work perfectly or basically beautifully with your silencer, and Dead Silence is going to help help you keep enemies not hearing you when you're trying to hit the flanks, because you guys hear me say this tons and tons of times. If you're not using Dead Silence, I can personally hear you across the map, man. It's super insane. You need Dead Silence. Now, the middle perks, I was running a combination of a hardline and scavenger, with my last perk only being Dead Silence, because enemies don't really get UAVs on me. You know, I tend to, you know, slay a lot more than die, but I recommend a lot of you guys use Ghost, and this is what I was main. So I recommend you use Ghost, Dead Silence, and you either pick between hardline or scavenger. Now, the reason I usually use hardline over scavenger is because I use Synaptic, and you guys know rewind basically gives you a free ammo refill, which is kind of cheating and cheap in a way, but the middle perk is kind of a toss-up. Either way, this is kind of just the basic guidelines for you guys. You guys already know. You can work with the class. I hope the attachments help you more than anything, but the one thing I would say for sure is keep the attachments. You got to use Ghost and Dead Silence. Everything else is kind of fair game for whatever you guys want to use, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You guys have been asking for it, so I figured I'd deliver, but as always, my name is Papa Nacho. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Nacho Nation.